Hello, Bethel Church family and beyond. Welcome to First Friday. The singer Lana Del Rey has a song titled Summertime Sadness, and maybe you're experiencing some summertime sadness as it comes to an end. Summer seems to be getting shorter and shorter, and you're not looking forward to having to go back to work or go back to school, so you liked the looser schedule and the vacation time and spending time in the pool and all of that. Or maybe you're not sad. Maybe you're looking forward to getting back to a rhythm, going back to work, going back to school. Or maybe you're like my mom and we lived across the street from a school and she enjoyed hearing the sounds of students. It was a comfort to her. King Solomon, he wrote about the change of seasons, and I would encourage you to read or listen to King Solomon more than Lana Del Rey. And in Ecclesiastes 3, he talks about the change of season, and there's a time for this, and a time for that, and a time for this, and a time for that, and 14 different changes of season. And then at the end, there's this beautiful line, He, that's God, has made everything beautiful in its time. In other words, when you surrender every season to God, every season can be beautiful. And I'd love to unpack just a few that really struck me, not all 14. So here's one. There's a time to be born and a time to die. Time to be born, I think that's about control. We try to control as human beings the time to be born, and really the time to be born belongs to God. And when it's His, it's beautiful. Time to die, I think that's about celebration. For the follower of Jesus, for those who have a relationship with God through Him, death is a celebration. We die with hope. We grieve, but we don't grieve without hope. There's a time to be born and a time to die. Here's another one. There's a time to tear down and a time to build. Tear down, I think that's about stop. There's things in our life we need to stop. You know what they are in your life, and I know what they are in my life. There's things in our life that are not healthy, whether it's habits or whatever they might be that need to stop. There's a time to tear down, and there's a time to build. There are things in our life, you know what they are in your life, I know what they are in mine, that need to start. Maybe they're spiritual disciplines or maybe eating habits, whatever they might be that we've put off that we need to start. There's a time to tear down and a time to build. Here's another one. There's a time to weep and there's a time to laugh. Time to weep, I think that's about expression. We're created in God's image for God's glory, and we have been given emotions. And in a healthy way, with self-control, we should express those emotions. I think about it in worship. Boy, we have been made to express in worship. So there's time to weep. There's a time to laugh. I think that's about experience. Life is a gift from God. It's meant to be experienced, not to be wasted. It's a mist. It's a vapor. Let's experience life. There's a time to weep. There's a time to laugh. Here's another one. There's a time to keep and there's a time to throw away. Keep, I think that's about the present. There are things that we need to hold on to in the present that are a blessing to us and others right now. And there's a time to throw away. I think that's about the past. There's some things that we need to get rid of that are holding us back or drawing us to the past. Maybe it's guilt and shame. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's things that we just need to let go of. There's a time to keep and a time to throw away. And then the last one, there's a time to be silent and a time to speak. I think silence is about opinions. We all have opinions, and we are tempted to let our opinions be known all of the time about everything. We don't need to do that. There's a time to be silent and a time to speak. I think that's about options. Every time we speak, we have options. Are we going to say things that build people up? Are we going to say things that tear people down? Are we going to say things that are kind? Or are we going to say things that are cruel? There's a time to be silent and a time to speak. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Let's surrender every season to the source of all seasons, and let's just see what happens. I love you.